Welcome, 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 everyone. Travel Talk Tuesdays. We'll be starting here in just a second. We apologize for the delayed start tonight. We had some technical difficulties and we had to get everything the company had to get everything together. And we'll be starting here in just a few minutes. Okay. Okay, we got 8:01. I think we've given everybody enough time to come on live with us. We gonna kick this thing off. Let's see. So welcome everybody to Travel Talk Tuesdays. We're getting started just a little bit late today. We had it's a major, I ain't gonna say major, but when you hit the go button and it doesn't start, that's something else. So thank everybody for joining. We hope you all had a pleasant week. It's been a week since we've seen everyone. And is the lighting a little dark to y'all? Hold on. Let me see here. Give me a second. I'm trying to. A pleasant week. It's been a week since we've seen everyone. All right. And it looks like the light is fine from what I can see. It just looks dark to me. But anyway, it's been a good week. It's been a positive week, depending on which side of the aisle you're sitting on. We finally laid the good brother to rest today. Finally, me and some of my friends, kind of, they've gotten a little upset with me because I say George Floyd has risen more than Jesus did. All the different ceremonies they've held on his behalf, but I'm not upset or mad about it. I think it's a good thing of what has happened. You will hear some people complain about what has happened with uh, I'm not even say her name. We just gonna go CO, and she has provided rhetoric, and I'm not gonna even give her the time or day during our time tonight to even discuss that. We got a couple of people who are going to be joining us here in a few moments. Again, as we talk tonight, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please by all means type those in uh, the um, the chat box, and I will respond. One of the guests who are going to be joining us tonight will respond accordingly. So they should be coming in about 5 more minutes. I will just talk a little bit about our upcoming events that we have available. One of our events that we have coming up is Party Gras Cruise. That's coming up in August on August the 15th. Let me throw that graphic up for you. Party Gras Cruise will be coming up August the 15th. That's in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is the 7th year for that event. That's the seventh. This is the 7th year for that event. And it'll be again on Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm sorry to be stuttering so much tonight, y'all. Uh, it's been getting the program up and running tonight was a bit of a challenge, but getting I'm sorry. I'm sorry. August 15th, Chattanooga, Tennessee. This event is an all day event. It's almost like a day getaway. It starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We have comedy, poetry, and live performances by R&B and hip hop artists. That's from 2 to 5. We have a meet and greet after the day event at back at the host hotel. That event is it features specialty made margaritas, which are free for you to just drink as much as you can. We're playing cards, dominoes. I also have a couple of giveaways and games that we play to give you some discounts on future travel with us for the many events that we offer. And then the meet and greet lasts for about 2 hours. From there, it breaks up, and then we go back um, to your room because you're right there at the host property. It's held at the host property. The host property is the Holiday Inn, downtown Chattanooga. We have a special rate of $139 a night for that. That's good for Friday and Saturday if you so desire to want to come in Chattanooga a day early and just kind of kick it and relax. But it's $139 a night, and once those rooms are gone, that block is filled, then you'll have to pay whatever the going rate is. And right now, at that particular hotel, it's $189 a night. Last I checked. So the rooms are at the Holiday Inn, downtown Chattanooga, right there in the heart of everything. And then that night, of course, is what Party Gras is known for, which is that cruise. It's a Party Gras event. A Mardi Gras themed event. So we'll provide masks and beads for you as you board. We'll also have masks for everybody if that's something that's still required at that time. We'll have masks for everybody and give those out as you board as well. So that's Party Gras that is coming up in August. The next event, I'm waiting for our guest to kind of sign in here. Our next event that's coming up after Party Gras is then the Alumni Getaway Cruise. That happens December the 7th through the 12th, and it is going. That's going to Jamaica and the Grand Cayman Islands on the Carnival fun ship Sunshine. A lot of people ask, what kind of alumni are we targeting here? We primarily target HBCU alumni. Do you have to graduate from one of these respective schools in order to attend this cruise? The answer is no. You do not have to graduate from one of these respective schools. If you are supportive, there are a lot of fans of these schools and programs who never step foot on the campus, but they like the school. They like what the school represents. They like what the school with the look and feel and how it makes them feel, and they support that particular school. So if you are a supporter, what we tell people, if you are a supporter of HBCUs, if you like the general feel and the atmosphere of HBCUs, if you attended, like in Alabama, because we're in Alabama or Auburn, but you liked hanging out at Alabama State, or you liked hanging out at Tuskegee, or you like hanging out at Stillman or Miles, this is a cruise that you would really enjoy. We do a lot of things that are HBCU centric on this cruise. So we think that everybody, for the past 3 years, everybody who has attended have loved this cruise, and it's not only open to just people who are not black. We have people of all nationalities and colors who attend this cruise, and they attend this cruise and have a damn good time from the feedback that we get from our clients. So good cruise, good time, and go to the website. Remember to go check out the website. The website is www.goyollo.com, www.goyollo.com. There it is on the screen for you. So just remember, again, we're still growing with this technology that we've just just acquired or whatever. So we are tonight was one of those examples of us kind of still learning these programs and trying to figure it out. Normally we go live from 8 until 8:30. 7 until 7:30 Central, but because of the delay, we decided that we better try to. We still want to go live tonight. We contacted the people who were going to be live with us tonight, and they said they would still be available. So we decided to delay the live for an hour and just come on an hour later. All right, so we should be getting close to where our people dialing in for us to join them in, and I don't have those links yet. So I just continue to talk about the different events that we have coming up. Another event that we have coming up at the top of 2021 is Urban Ski Weekend. That happens every year in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We have a lot of people who attend that event, have a really, really good time. It's always Super Bowl weekend. So if you're wondering, well, when is Urban Ski Weekend? It's always Super Bowl weekend. And we have a huge Super Bowl party at the event. But prior to the Super Bowl, there are a lot of events, a lot of different things for you to do: comedy shows, poetry shows, sip and paint. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of hip hop charades. That game is played there as well. You never know what celebrity is going to stop in at Urban Ski Weekend. This past year, we had all the ladies from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta stop in and hang out with us, and they partied with us all weekend long. And then we had Jamal Woodward, who plays Biggie on Notorious, in the movie Notorious, and you've seen him in other movies as well. He came and hung out with us as well. We always have a lot of celebrities who hang out with us at Urban Ski Weekend. And the thing that people like about Urban Ski Weekend is not only do you come and have a really, really good time, but when you meet these celebrities, they come to have a good time just like you. So they don't come in acting all, kind of stuck up and not want to, interact with the clients and stuff like that. They're there to party with you. Okay. I have a question. This is good. Got a question already. Okay. So does the price of Jamaica include flights? So when you say the price of Jamaica, are you referring to the cruise, because the alumni getaway cruise is going to Jamaica, and then we have Urban Fiesta, which is in Jamaica. So which Miss Prince, which event are you referring to, or tell me which one you're talking about? I'll just answer both, just in general. So for the prices for Urban Fiesta Jamaica, it does not include the airline ticket. For the alumni getaway cruise that's going to Jamaica, it does not. Well, neither one of them include the airline ticket. Your transportation to the event is on the client. But for the alumni getaway cruise, of course, we're on a boat and we're cruising over to Jamaica and we're cruising over to the Grand Cayman Islands. So you'll have to pay for your flight to get to either Fort Lauderdale for the cruise, or pay for your flight to Jamaica for Urban Fiesta weekend. And I hope that answers your question. Thank you for the question. We like the questions. It makes these lives go a little bit smoother, and I don't feel like I'm just rambling. Okay, so that was Urban Ski Weekend, 10th anniversary. In the past, we've had Trina, Pleasure P, Lil Mo, Jay Holiday, Benzino. We just about had the entire cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta come through Urban Ski, and they just come and just hang out with us like on GP. Like they just, hey, it's Super Bowl weekend. We ain't got nothing to do. Let's ride up to Gatlinburg and kick it at Urban Ski. I mean, it's like that. So again, you never know who's gonna hang. You never know who's gonna show up. Y'all hear me rattling back here. I'm on a diet and I'm terrible at dieting. You never know who's gonna show up. But again, we always say, to ski is optional, but the party is mandatory. So Urban Ski Weekend. All right. The next big event, what I would consider the Party Gras Cruise is huge. And again, Party Gras Cruise sells out as well. Party Gras Cruise will that's August, caps at 350 people. So with COVID-19 and everybody kind of coming out of quarantine and looking for things to do, that's going to sell out quick. It sells out every year, but it's going to especially have some pressure on it this year because we have a cap on it. It's not like these other events where we kind of just, we'll pack you in there like sardines. We can't. I can't swim. We're on a boat. Ain't going to happen. Once we hit that 350 mark, it's OV. So I encourage you to go to the site, check it out, look at it. If you like it, then let's get your tickets and come have a good time. The same thing with alumni getaway cruise. We only have a certain amount of cabins that are available for the pricing that you see on the website. If we sell out of the cabins that we have, and then we have to, you come along, you say, well, I went to the website, a month ago, and it was $150 cheaper. That is because we've run out of the alignment of cabins that we have, which happens again every year. And then when we go back in to rebook those cabins for fresh inventory, those prices may be higher. So it is better to book early than wait to the last minute and book. And again, we feel like, because we've been watching the COVID-19 numbers since the beginning, if you look at how our advertising went from, I guess you could say from, January, February, and March, we kind of stopped advertising. April, we didn't do much advertising. May, we didn't do any advertising. And if you're on our email list, you'll see where we just started advertising again. We had sent an email out today. What we did do during the quarantine is we started doing live virtual parties every Monday, trying to give people something to do. So while doing those virtual parties, the next one that we have coming up is actually going to be July the 6th. We went from doing the virtual parties every Monday to the first Monday of every month. And of course, it's going to be after the 4th of July. So it's going to be our independent mix. Again, we go live now. We go live on a lot of platforms. We're going live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, If it's available out there to go live on, we're going live on it. So so that's just a plug for next month's or upcoming month's virtual party. But what we did do during the time of where everybody was in quarantine or lockdown is we held those virtual parties, and we were able to give away some Cash App apps by doing trivia questions and stuff like that. So if you look at the flyer, you'll see where it says Cash App trivia games, event giveaways throughout the night. That is true. Now, the one thing that we're kind of drifting away from, especially with this new technology that we're working with, is that we're not going during the live parties. We noticed that, we kind of interrupted the flow of the party by trying to bring people on live, trying to do the trivia and stuff like that for the Cash App giveaways and stuff. So what we're doing now is we're asking people, like, we may tell you to send a picture of something. We may tell you to, if you're at a YOLLO event, we partake in a lot of adult beveraging. We do a lot of adult beveraging during those events. So different things can get you Cash App prizes. So we encourage everybody to come on. We were doing it from 7 to 10. We adjusted the time to 6 to 9 to accommodate those who are going back to work. Some who are working from work. But the 10 o'clock, we noticed from that 9 to 10 hour that we were losing a lot of our followers, especially with us getting kicked off multiple times. Facebook and Instagram will kick you off multiple times. So within that 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. time frame, we just saw the followers go down tremendously. So we upped it from 6 to 9, and we've noticed that we've kind of maintained a consistency across that entire time frame, even when we get kicked off. So that's a good thing as well. So, all right. So the next event, the next event or the big event that we're looking forward to next year also is NBA All-Star Weekend. Last year we were in Chicago. It was good. It was awesome. It was great. All right. So I see. All right. You're gonna have to hit that link that you were sent. You got it. You got to hit that link, and it's gonna ask you to join Mr. Knight, and then you'll be able to be brought on. We'll be able to bring you on, but you got to hit that link that I sent you. Okay. So All-Star 2021 is in Indianapolis, Indiana. Last year it was in Chicago, Illinois, and it was cold. It was lit. I mean, it was a good party. It was a good party. It was a good event. We got to see a lot of people. We got to see a lot of NBA stars. Got to party with a lot of Class A, B, and C celebrities. Got to party with a lot of the NBA stars and those who play in the NBA. Saw some NFL stars and things of that nature. So really good time. Really, really, really good time. And I'm glad we had the opportunity. Excuse me. I'm glad we had the opportunity to participate in that situation. It was a really, 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 really good event. And we had so to give you an overview of what happens at NBA All-Star Weekend, and to give you a idea of how we did it last year. We have a comedy show, poetry show, a black film review. It included tickets to the what used to be jam sessions is now called the NBA crossover. That's a game where you can go and they'll have like different interactive games to show you, the history of basketball, the history of the basketball, the basketball history in the host city. There'll be NBA stars there who will be signing autographs, doing different speeches, both from the NBA and the WNBA, current and retired. We had a cruise last year on the yacht, private yacht. It was an all-black event, completely blowed out. Have your hotel accommodations. We had celebrity game tickets, practice game tickets, and Rising Star tickets. So in the past, we have not offered. In the past, we did offer tickets to the actual game. And what happened when we were offering those tickets into the actual game in the past is that it sent the price through the roof. I mean, just straight to the top. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna send it to you again. All right, let me send it to y'all again. Hold on one second. I was trying, so it was sending prices straight to the top. Hold on, y'all. Hold on one second. I wish I had some music I could play. Y'all give me 1 second here. Let me get our guest. Let me get our guest in on the live with us. Give me 1 second here. Nope, wrong button. All right, here we go. All right, that's that one, and that is this one. All right, so there we go. I just sent those links out. So during All-Star Weekend, it always is. It's just a fun event. We include the hotel, and a lot of different events around the city. Our events were designed to provide you to come to the whole city and enjoy the ambience of the whole city. Chicago, February, it was what it was supposed to be. Cold. It was very cold. But the events that we had, they were all, they were inside, of course. And then a lot of people said, well, y'all doing a cruise. That was outside. We did the cruise at 3:00. We were able to cruise that day. They were able to take the yacht out and let us take the yacht out. And then the other thing is that we were able to see a sunset, the Chicago sunset skyline. It don't get no better than that. So, but in the past, we used to offer the tickets for the NBA game, the 3-point contest, the slam dunk contest. It would take the prices through the roof. Now, and then we got complaints about that. I saw you come on. Just hold on. I'm coming. So then, when we got those complaints, we made the prices or the packages more economy version to give you the ambience of the city, the whole city. And if you wanted to do, hey, I'll be there in just a second. And then if you wanted to be able to do the host, bring on if you want to buy the tickets and stuff, you can kind of go out and buy those on your own. So for the past 2 years, we've been, customers are saying, hey, we want to be able to buy the tickets and everything in the package. So when you go to the website now, you're going to see where those tickets, we have one package which includes all those tickets, NBA All-Star, the All-Star game, slam dunk contest, 3-point contest, practice game, all those tickets are in there. But the prices, it is priced accordingly. And then you're going to see the ticket, which is based on our, old school clients who say, we want to just enjoy the ambience of the city. Set the city out to us, and that's what that is. So when you go to the website, you'll see the difference in the packages. But it is a good package. We price our packages very competitively, and you're at a 4-star hotel, so you're going to be right there. You're going to be in a great hotel, great location, and it's a great event. So again, I would invite you all to go to www.goyollo.com and check out those all these different packages I've talked about tonight. All right. Well, here we go. So the first person I'm going to bring on is Coach Knight. Let me bring him on. Coach Knight, how you doing?
Whoa, what's happening, bro? What's happening, man? It's all good.
I can't hear you.
What's going on, family?
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. All right. Coach Knight, can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. I forgot I had my phone, my computer on mute. All right, thank you for joining us tonight. I want to introduce everybody to Coach Knight. He is the coach and trainer for Freestyle Fitness. They do a online workouts every Thursday. But I'm gonna let Coach Knight talk to y'all and let him tell you about his workouts.
Oh man, look, bro. First of all, let me tell you this. Thank you, bro, for having me. You know, Freestyle Fitness 29 is definitely a movement, man. It's a movement for the people. Um, what I do is I leave no excuses for those who really want to work out and change their mindset and get better as a person. First of all, once you change your mindset, I believe the body will follow. Um, I do a live workout on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m., man. And I've been doing this thing like this for no charge, you know what I mean? But people do give donations. I've been doing this like this for probably 13 years, you know what I'm saying? And it's been nothing but a blessing. I'm just a true believer, and you just do the work, man, and everything else will fall in place. Everything has its place, using your gift, man, to take you places that your talents, would never be able to get you into the door. So, Freestyle Fitness 29, I am Freestyle Fitness 29, and I just believe in meeting you where you are, man.
I appreciate that. Tell everybody, because I want to say that you caught me cheating over him. I want to say I have this spell. I don't think I have that spell right. I think it's supposed to be an L in there, so I'm gonna take that down. I'm gonna let you tell them how do people get in touch with you, and how do they join you?
Oh man, you can reach me at Freestyle Fitness 29 on Instagram and Facebook. You can, look me up at Freestyle Fitness 29. It's a group. And also, if you're really serious about your working out, I have a group called the Freestyle Fitness 29 30-Day Challenge. That's a challenge group, man. It's really gonna test your character. It's really gonna test your spirit, and most definitely gonna test your heart. You know what I mean? But if you're serious about it, hey, you're gonna get better. You're gonna change mentally. You're gonna change physically, and then you're gonna change spiritually because you're gonna call on Jesus sometime. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. And a lot of people say, man, how much does it cost, this and that? And the thing I tell them is, how much is your health worth? And I really think that your health is priceless, man. It's two times in life where people gonna work out. They're gonna work out before something happens, or they're gonna work out after something happens. And if you wait till after something happens, then I'm gonna really have to go tell you, go and open the vault and let's see what you're really talking about. But you can reach me, like I say, on Instagram. You can reach me at Freestyle Fitness 29. On Facebook, you can reach me at Freestyle Fitness 29, and also the Freestyle Fitness 29 30-Day Challenge group. But that's a closed group. So the Freestyle Fitness 29 30-Day Challenge group, you have to join at the beginning when I put out the ad for accepting members at the beginning of each month.
That's some great information. Great information. I would encourage everybody, if you're looking to get them pounds off and get right, it's the one to get you there. He all about that
Hey,
life.
hey
All right.
man, look, if you body, hey, I'm body. I'm a Louisiana boy, man. We stay body. I go throwback sometimes.
That's right. That's right. So
I ain't hear you, bro. I ain't hear you.
I tried to put the thing up in the background. I said freestyle fitness every Tuesday and Thursday from 6:30 until 6:59, because it's 29 minutes of grind on
29
Instagram
minutes.
and Facebook.
Yeah, 29 minutes of pressure, man.
29 minutes of pressure. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, man, what you eat, man?
Don't do you asking the wrong questions right now? Somebody ain't got no business. I got on the scale this morning. I'm going the wrong. I was going down. I'm going back up. I gotta
Hey, man,
stop.
cut that out, man.
Stuff
Cut that
like
out.
that right there got me going the
Hey,
wrong direction.
hey, look, bro. Look, you don't want to come out of the quarantine looking like the newborn Lawrence, bro.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what look. I gotta cut it out. Right.
Right.
All right. So again, y'all check him out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's Coach Knight. Hit him up if you're looking for. If you're in the Jackson, Mississippi area.
Yeah. I'm in Madison, Mississippi, man.
If you're looking for a personal trainer in that neck of the woods, hit him up. He's on Facebook and Instagram, y'all. Hey, I'm telling you, if you looking for it, I'm telling you, he gonna get it up off you, whether you like it or not. He coming off.
Oh yeah. Hey, man, look. Hey, look. Whether you like it or not,
Right.
I'm gonna get them reps, bro. I promise you, I'm gonna
Right.
get them reps about you, and I'm gonna get them pounds off you.
Right.
But at the same time, man, more than that, I'm trying to change your mindset, because I believe once you change your mind, the body gonna follow. Once you stop eating
That's
them
right.
chicken wings, and stop eating that, and stop eating them good pork chops and them ground steaks and all that. Hey, look at here, boy, you can do something.
That's right. That's right.
You can do something. You know, and I know for those who like those adult beverages, you know, just switch from brown to clear. You know what I mean? And you're gonna be all right. Switch to tequila, 1800 Patron, you know, is a preference of some.
That's what you know, at YOLO events, that's what I was telling you. We you know, there's a lot of dope beveraging going on, and after those events, that's when we call no Coach Knight. Hey, you need to get this up off of us. You was there, you seen what went down. So
Say, bro, you know, we got to put together one of them a freestyle fitness 29 workout at one of the events. So see who can really get up, party at night, get up, and then get it out their system, and then put it back in their system again.
we can do
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
We can definitely make that happen. We can definitely make that happen.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
see who ready for it.
That's right. All right. If you want to hold on for a minute, I'm gonna bring somebody else on here. All right. So I'm bringing on Z. She's a proud. Let me start off by saying it's only one real HBCU that represent like none other. And they sit up on the hill in Norma, Alabama.
Hey, chill out, bro. Chill out.
There is one that comes in a close second. They sit down in Tuskegee, Alabama. She's a proud graduate from Tuskegee U.
Well, come on, then, Skeegy fam. Come on, Skeegy fam.
All day.
So one of the other things that I wanted to do tonight, in addition to talking about travel, was talking about, you know, with all the current events that are going on, is put together a small panel, and talk about, you know, we all know that George Floyd was laid to rest today. I said early on in the conversation, and to some people I was joking around, making light of it. I said, you know, he rose more than Jesus because, you know, he had about 12 ceremonies for him. But you know me, I always got to make a joke out of something. But anyway,
hey, everybody should be able to smile at least sometime.
That's
man.
correct.
Hey, a happy heart make a healthy life, man.
That's correct. So, but the one thing that you know, you've heard all these different debates about, you know, what's going on, why, you know, black on black crime, and the arguments that you would hear from the other side. But one of the things that I like to talk about, and you know, I've had this conversation many times when the fellas, is, you know, why is it that the black community will not let the N word retire?
Go ahead, Skeegy fam.
It's a good question. I have this discussion with my, like, especially my younger cousins to stop using the word. And, you know, I've heard people say, we're going to take it back and make it our word and take the power, but it never started as our word. So what are we taking back? Because we didn't start the word. It started derogatory. It's all going to be derogatory. So, and it confuses things. Even, you know, it can't be, well, I can say it, you can't. That doesn't necessarily work. So taking it back, saying, you know, it's our word. It never started as our word. So I feel like everybody needs to stop. No kind of form of the word, whether you ER, A at the end, it doesn't matter. It's all the same word.
Right. And my thought process is, man, is, you know, for some people, they so accustomed to using the word to where, man, it's almost like stop smoking cigarettes to those who've been smoking all their life. You know, it's tough, but, you know, when we look at the George Floyd thing, man, you know, it's a serious thing, man, and we quick to jump and talk about, hey, let's have a movement, let's do this, let's do that, you know, but first it got to start in our household with, you know what I'm saying, let's talk about the serious issue of, you know, am I my brother's keeper? Am I speaking positive to my brother, or am I tearing my brother down? You know what I mean? It's easy to jump to attack. It's easy to jump to, hey, let's do this when it's somebody else. But, you know, let's do a little housekeeping of our own, man. Let's each one teach one, man. Let's grab some of these youngsters, man, and bring them up and you know, talk to them in a way that you would like to hear them speak, you know, and don't put that word into their system. And then, you know, we can get somewhere once we start with each person. You know, you say, hey, man, you know, you have different ways of coming at them and explaining to them without coming at them in a hard way to where they don't feel disrespected. And I think we can get somewhere, man.
That's correct. I agree. I agree with both of you. And the one thing that I was telling, I was having a discussion with somebody earlier today, like Z was saying, you know, the word was never meant to be encouraged, it was used as a divisive word. But here's something that was brought to my attention by somebody who was not even black. It's the only word. It's the only discriminatory word that has a definition in the dictionary. Think about that. And it,
Wow.
and the definition that it has is derogatory. It means dumb, ignorant, nothing good. So
Right.
it was interesting. It was interesting to get that feedback from him when we were talking about this, having a healthy discussion about it, and him to say that, and in the mind, and also in that discussion, you know, we talked about how, you know, there's a derogatory word for, you know, Chinese people of Oriental descent, Mexicans, even white people. You know, there's a derogatory word, and none of those people go around calling themselves those derogatory terms. Even in the case of saying, "Well, I'm taking it back," none of them go around, saying that. But in that conversation, we said all of those words, with the exception of, and he brought this to my attention. He said, "Do you know we've said every word on it in this conversation except for the N word? That's how bad it is." And if it's that bad, and I can speak from personal experiences. Well, we've had clients who have attended the Talladega International Speedway for the race, NASCAR race. We walking down Talladega Boulevard, and of course the music is playing. And everybody's a fan of hip hop music these days. Oh, black, white, even the aliens from Mars who are here visiting. They're all fans of hip hop music. But you know that music is filled with that word.
Yeah.
So
Most definitely.
I'm walking. You know, if anybody's been to Talladega Boulevard, it's a particular strip in the middle of the track, and they have parties there every night, and concerts. Instead of like infield, Sunfield, but they have concerts. And
I've never been invited to that Talladega night. You know what I'm saying?
You are officially invited now. So now there you go. You got your invite, and it's all over. So if you're lying, so you ain't got it, I'm gonna pull this video back up. But in the middle of us walking, because it is an event that is predominantly attended by, white people. So we walking, and the words of the music are playing, and the N words is spelled off in this song. And the white guy, he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to his buddy walking down the little strip, and he says it's funny that this music can be played on this street tonight with that word being thrown around like it's nothing. But if I say it, I'm a bad guy and I'm a racist. And I feel like, that's a valid argument that anybody has when they say to a black person, why do you continue to use that? So that's why when I'm talking to my friends, I tell them, I don't mind you using the word. Just don't use it to address me. Don't be like, hey, just, and I know this. I try not to cuss on the internet, but I'd rather for a person to call me a bitch or an ass or anything else than that, because I know what that word was meant to do to me and my psyche and my confidence and everything else that's associated with me as being a human. It is to make me feel less than a human. So I don't feel like nobody. You can use it. Use how you feel. Just don't use it to address me.
Yeah, and the music confuses it, because I'm singing the song, and that's kind of, they try to say, well, I'm singing the song so I can use it. No, everybody, it needs to stop. But I didn't realize the dictionary thing, so that's interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I mean it's I mean, if you just think about it, I mean, you don't hear Mexicans go around calling themselves the derogatory word for or Mexican.
Nope.
I mean, they just don't. Even anybody of Oriental descent. When he brought that to my attention, I'm on the phone, mouth just open, because he's pointing out stuff to me that I've had 1,000 conversations with people about, stuff like this. And here it is. We having one conversation. The first conversation we probably had, and we've been knowing each other probably about 15 years. The first how I met this particular person. Anybody who knows me, they know him. How I met him was I went to his house. He had this big old Confederate flag hanging up on his wall. And I'm not going to tell the particulars of it. I went to leave. He stopped me. We had a conversation, and we've been good ever since. His words back, his actions his actions matched his words. So I feel like I know he's a genuine, solid man. I ain't got nothing to do with white man, black man. There's races in every culture. He's a real solid man. One that I'm proud of, my brother. But when that was when we first met. This conversation that I'm talking about, we just had this last week, and he's giving me these viewpoints, and I'm going, I never thought of it. You know, you don't. I'm not looking at it from those standpoints. I'm going, wow. I mean, you really are shining some light for me to understand when I see this person on TV or the internet making their argument. It makes I can kind of understand, and that's why I feel like the George Floyd incident, when police officers, I do believe that police officers are sometimes overly aggressive. A lot of this stuff to me breaks to lack of communication. People aren't effectively communicating anymore. I want you to hear what I gotta say, but I don't want to listen to what you have to say or consider what you have to say.
Right. Right. That's it.
That's true.
So,
but it's training too. You can't, at least with the police, you know, you chose a job. You can't be scared of everybody if that's what you're gonna do. If that's the job you chose, you know, and that's kind of the excuse they're using. Well, you know, we fear for our life, but I mean, I get, yeah, you need to be vigilant, but not, you just can't run around being afraid of people just because of their, you know, a certain color, or really, that's really what it's boiling down to now. So I don't know. It's interesting just to see the protests, because I lived in Southern California for the Rodney King. I actually lived in the city that had the Rodney King trial. So yeah, so I was right there. I grew up in Simi Valley, so I was there the day of the trial, the day of the verdict, all of that. You know, 20 minutes from where they were rioting, and it's interesting to see the protests and what the protests look like then versus the makeup of the protest now. So it's good to see it change, because those protests out there in LA, you know, it was a mix, because I mean it's Southern California, but it nowhere near. It was definitely a more of a brown colored protest than what you see now. You definitely have from all races more people protesting this time. So just to see the difference, I look at it and remember what it looked like for the Rodney King situation, and looking at it now, it makes me think things are getting better, because it's changed. And you know, that was 30 something years ago. So not quite, almost 30 years ago, not quite 30, but it's coming up on 30 years ago that happened. So to see it took 30 years for it to change, but little small bit of hope that things might change, just looking at the difference in that.
Oh yeah. And me, I look at that situation, you know, with that same Rodney King situation. I look at it almost like when somebody go to college. You know what I'm saying? When you go to college, when you get that degree, it don't say 4 years or 10 years. It just say you graduated. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know, however long it take. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it done. You know, we just I was looking at the funeral today. You know, and it was just something about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like when guy said, hey, the slavery thing, when we was in slavery, you know, we never got no reconciliation from that, you know. And then after that, you know, it came where, okay, slavery's over, you know, it's supposed to be abolished, but we never got any reconciliation. And anytime you don't put a period at it and fix it, you know, it's like you know, women say all the time, you know, you gotta end the conversation before you go to bed, or if you don't, it's gonna come up again. You know what I'm saying? So we never cleared the air with slavery and you know, all that stuff, man. So when it came back again, you know, from the first time it was caught on camera, man. Of course, it's been going on, but the first time it was caught on camera, hey, we should have put a stop to it, but we didn't. You know, we give them a slap on the hand, or you know, we let them do a little bit this, and you know, we might, you know, give them some jail time, or they might give them some in-home arrest and all that type of stuff, man. But you know, like I say, we need to make our voices heard until we get some reconciliation and put a stop to it. it was gonna forever be. But I think now, like she say, it's a difference in the march now. It's a difference in the protest now. It's a difference in the mindset of the people, because they're able to see it, what we've been going through for years.
Mm-hmm.
And once some things really change, man, and it's etched in stone. We as a people have to really lock into ourselves, man. The protesting is fine, but man, it has to start in house, man. I can't go 2 streets over and see, some my brothers getting into it and they at each other head with a knife or a gun, but you go 5 blocks over or turn on the TV in another country, we marching because over the white police has killed one of our brothers. I mean, it's an oxymoron, man. You know what I'm saying? You just you want to get on him because he's not in our family, but inside our family, you know what I'm saying? We want to jam each other up.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't make sense. Let's be solid all the way around.
That's right. I agree. So do y'all think that I know y'all saying that y'all see that this is different this time around.
Yeah.
Do you think one of my problems I've always said is that we never see anything through. Do you feel like this time, as compared to others, that this time it will be saw through? And this for me, when I've watched these marches and I'm glad to see it's more than black people, but you see, Puerto Rican people, Chinese people, white people out here marching with us. But where I started to get discouraged is when as it continues to go on, I started to see less and less black people and more other people, which makes me say they have the right to say, well, if y'all don't care, why should I? So do you think that this time is different? Well, we will push through, stick to it, and make it happen. Keep applying that pressure.
Well, really, my thought process is not less of us marching or whatever. You just see more of them understanding the process this time. God has a strange way of doing things, man. With that pandemic thing and that corona, where everybody was on restrictions and people couldn't do nothing but sit in the house and watch TV. You couldn't go to work. You couldn't go out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So now they had to sit back and watch TV and be like, damn, everything that I was taught as a child is totally different than what I'm seeing in real life. You know what I'm saying? And for that to happen, man, it was just at a time when it happened to where it shedded light on it so bright to where everything that some people were taught as a child is like, nah, that's not really true.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it's supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So really, I think we're gonna push through, man. That's just my feeling. But my number one thing is we can push through on this, but let's push through in-house too, bro.
That's right. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So,
well,
I mean, I think they'll follow through simply because this go around, you almost have to. And it's because of the change. It's because of the change in who's protesting. So again, living in LA, all that took place, the neighborhoods that were torn up didn't affect certain people. So they didn't care. Now,
right.
Because heck, I can't say don't tear stuff up, don't throw bricks. You shouldn't rob and all of that. But heck, a couple times I felt like throwing a brick. You know what I'm saying? Like, no lie. Like, it was like, dang it, I feel like throwing a brick. So, like, I get it. The moment when you just want to, throw something, hit something, like, listen to me.
Yeah.
You're not listening. So maybe if you see it. I think now it almost has to change the political climate with, like he said, everything that's going on. When you start adding on top of the corona response,
man.
On top of the racial tension, you start adding all of that up. As people talk about, bad education, trying to get funding for that, all that stuff. You add everything together, it has to change. So, I was talking to my little cousin. You 20, are you registered to vote? I've been telling you this for 2 years. What are we doing?
Right.
So I think it's going to change because, again, what happened 30 years ago, different people, whole different kind of culture that was fighting it, didn't have the support. Now you got support on a global scale.
Right.
So you got a global scale now. Rodney didn't have global, but George got global.
He got global, yeah.
As his
daughter said, my daddy, change the world.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm happy. I'm happy to see the progress. I did not know that they host that march on Washington. That's an annual thing that they do. And this year they're going to be doing. Al Sharpton announced that they're going to be doing the march on Washington with the families, the victims of the family leading the march this year. So
Wow.
so that's going to be very, very powerful. YOLLO will be sponsoring, hosting a trip. It's going to be based coming out of the details will be out by the end of the week, but it's going to be a get on the bus. That's going to be the name. That's going to be the name of the event. Get on the bus. A bus trip to Washington D.C. for that march, and those details will be out on Friday. We're finalizing all of that, getting all that together. I really do believe it's going to be all of this is going to be historic. I believe that a lot of people who are still backwards thinking are going to be on the wrong side of history. I do think that we're going to see.
Oh yeah.
I think that as far as politics go, I think that where there were record numbers for Obama his first time around. I do believe that we will galvanize, organize, energize, and go to the polls this November. But I hope that the energy goes forever. Like it's just not a one-time punch. But this is the one thing that has gotten us motivated, and we'll just do this. You know, it'll be like chewing and walking bubble gum. I mean, it's just gonna come in second nature. They got the polls open today. I'll be right over there. I'm on the way. Yeah, let me come on.
Right. We gotta see it through, man. But more than that, like you say, we got to get our youngsters, man. We got to get this generation, man, some way, somehow. Get on the social media with these youngsters, man, and get them out to vote. You know, hey, you know, bro, you know how I am. You know what I'm saying? I believe in going on the corners, going in the hard places, and you know, had a conversation with everybody, because I can put on my white tee and jeans and go on the block, or I can put on a shirt and tie and go sit in, you know, sit in the upper neighborhoods and, hey man, look, let's have the communication, let's have the talk. Hey, are you registered to vote, man? The only way, you know, you want to see change, you want to see things different, bro. Let your examples answer. Let your examples answer. You know what I'm saying, dude?
And you hit on it. You keep hitting on it too. Is that you got to store it in house.
You got
your house is in order. The rest will kind of fall into place. If your house is in order, the rest will take care of itself.
Yeah, it's all a mindset for me. I believe it. I don't just say it, bro. Right. It's all a mindset. Everything I do, it's a mindset. You know, if you think positive, you get positive results. You think negative, you're gonna get negative results all day long, man. You know, because that body is gonna do what that mind tell it to do.
Unless you cheating like I was doing tonight. The body trying to do right, but I keep forcing this bull.
They say you are what you eat.
That's right. And I believe in that. I do believe in that. My daughter just recently turned 18. You know, I asked her, "Have you registered to vote?" She said, "No." Just casually, like, nope.
Like, you know, because they really believe that they vote don't matter, bro. Right. They really believe it. Like, why am I registering to vote? My vote is not going to count. But man, it's like we have to show them, take them with us, so they can see it done. And a lot of times, once they see it done, they get it. You know, the generation under us, man, they wild, they wide open. But if they see it, they believe it. Right. But if you tell them, they finicky. You know what I'm saying? And then, but now if it can happen on a social media, or a PlayStation, or a device, oh man, you got it. So if there's a way that we can get people to vote online, oh my goodness, boy, we gonna really do some record numbers then.
My only concern about online is Russia.
Hey, but bro, I even think Russia. I think Putin I think he want to change. You know what I'm saying? I think he wants to change, bro. You know, everybody. But you know, hey, it started at home, man. Let's show these youngsters how it's done. You know, hey, if we can get together and show strength is always in the numbers. I'm a true believer that. You know, I coached college football for 15 years, and you can have an All-American, first-round draft pick. But if I got 11 guys that's playing together every weekend, I don't care how many first round, second round, we gonna get the job done.
Right.
And I got championships to prove.
Right. Now speaking on, now you just spoke, you brought up something else, and I'm trying to end this thing right quick, but you just said something. I'm gonna let this be the last subject for the night because I know people got to go to sleep. But you know, there's a push. You know, since everything's going on, Colin Kaepernick. You know, everybody said, you know, you didn't have a problem with this police officer kneeling on this man's neck, but you had a problem with Colin Kaepernick, you know, taking the knee during the national anthem, which had nothing to do with disrespecting the flag of the military. It was to talk about exactly what everybody's protesting now, which is social equality toward people of color. And, you know, the NFL has come out and said we were wrong. That was only after those famous, you know, the stars of the NFL put together that video. Y'all need to say something.
Right.
There's a push to say, well, all these 5-star, 4-star athletes who are going to these big major universities should go to HBCUs. Do you feel these young kids, as we just got through talking about, understand that statement and will make that move?
No, sir. It won't happen. It won't happen now. And the reason I say that, bro, is because of that it goes back to in-house. It goes back to their parents. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When I go on a visit, say for instance, I go on a visit to LSU, and I have my own cafeteria. I have my apartment, which is my dorm. In the facilities, I have a theater as my film room, right? But then when I go visit a HBCU, I don't even get a chance to go visit the weight room because it's not up to par. You see what I'm saying? And the meeting room is the same room that, you know, you might have the computer lab right next door or something like that. You know, it starts with facilities. You know, these youngsters these days, they believe what they see. If you can show them nice facilities, bro, you got them. You got them. But we have to, as alums, we have to put back into our universities. Mm-hmm. You know, we put back into what's important to us. If we put back into our universities like we do everything else, man, we can do some things. You know, strength is in the numbers, man. We may not have the resources, but we have relationships. Right. You know what I mean? And with relationships, man, we can get a lot done. You know, so I say you have a few kids. My partner was talking about it. You have a few kids and a few parents who will take a look. They really take a serious look at a HBCU, but they have to have the right facilities. If the facilities are right, of course you can get a grand education at HBCU, man. You know, hey, I'm Tuskegee through and through, baby. I mean, boy, look at here. I'm telling you, you talk about Tuskegee, but you gonna have a show no fight. I ain't talking about no protest, and I ain't talking about black on black crime, but I'm talking about me and you gonna have a serious conversation. But you know, at the end of the day, I understand the whole gamut of recruiting. I was recruiting coordinator, pro liaison. I recruited guys that went to Tennessee and Florida and all that, and brought them to a HBCU where they feel better. They feel like a student athlete when they come to HBCU, whereas when they go to them big schools, it's a business. Because they're going to drop that bag in your house when they come visit. If I drop you $50,000, man, for you to come play for me, it's a business. After every game, you getting a $2,500 cash in your mailbox, you know. Now, I'm not saying that's happening, but I'm just saying, you know, you feel me?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is it's hard for a parent or a family to turn down those type of benefits, and you want them to come to an HBCU and understand, hey, you're going to get love, and we're going to watch them matriculate from a young boy to a young man, and he's going to make sure he get that degree. And when he want to come to homecoming, he going to be somebody.
Right. Yeah. And I'm going to say this.
Say it.
Tuskegee have a hell of a homecoming. I got
exactly.
And you know that means a lot coming from me. That don't come easy.
I got on a maroon and white shirt tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? How ironic is that?
That's right. Because you know where they're real at, but
hey, chill out, bro.
You talking about I was reluctant to go to Tuskegee's homecoming. I called hell leaving. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to be in. There's only one other football game that that just really has that attractiveness, that ambience of greatness, and that's Magic City Classic in Birmingham.
Yes, sir.
Hey, my homeboy went to Alabama State over here. He talking about yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
tell him two-time Magic City Classic champions over here, Alabama A&M. Tell him there ain't no murder in that Hornet.
He said that's the only championship y'all done won, Magic City Classic.
That's okay. But that's the only one. Hey, it's just like any other rivalry. It don't matter if I win the championship or not. As long as I win that classic, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. they thought they had one won last year too. Hell, I ain't gonna lie. Hell, half of the A&M stadium thought that they had that one. We sure appreciate them getting that one up, but it was.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was. You know, but so Zakia, let me ask you this question. In your opinion, what's the best HBCU game, competitive game out there?
You know what? I actually, now that it's back, look, I mean, because, and I don't even think, and it's funny because there was a whole generation that had no clue what a Turkey Day Classic was. So,
right, true.
When the game back for Labor Day, that very first game, they didn't realize it. Because my friend's cousin, she was like, she wasn't trying to use her free ticket. She was like, oh, I'm just going because y'all going. Then it was like, oh, that's what this is. It's not even Magic per se about the game itself. Like at the end, yeah, you want those bragging rights. You want to say you won, but again, it's that whole coming together as a Black community, Black college, being Black excellence at the end of the day. So even athletes, you're right. I had an opportunity to go to. I was out in Texas, and we got an opportunity to go tour Texas A&M. Well, somebody left the door open to their training facility. So, we strolled on in there. I was out there for a class for work. So we strolled on into their training facility. And I'm just like, there are goals, gyms, like this is top of the line training facility.
Yes.
So if I'm a football player, like you say, and I look at that, and then if I don't have at my house anybody, or I didn't have that background of somebody that my mom, or my cousin, HBCU that carried through me, and I got a choice. I'm hitting this Texas A&M because I'm looking at their facility and the end what they gonna offer. So it's hard, but you're right. We got to put back. And a friend of ours, we had a conversation. We'll donate to all kind of stuff. If every alumni, every paycheck, if you just sent $5 from everyone, may not be University of Alabama, but you could be the bigger schools and you could have that stuff that you need. Now we still ain't getting lights because it's a tradition, and I don't want lights on our state.
We ain't getting no lights. We don't want lights.
But we could use a new scoreboard. But it's that we need a new scoreboard.
Hey, that might be the jinx though. That might be the jinx. That might be the jinx. A new scoreboard might be the jinx though.
But if everybody gave back, and I told my friends, I was like, you know what, you're right. Just $5 every paycheck.
Yeah. What year did you come out of Keegan?
97.
Okay. Yeah, you. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, I like to by thanking both of you for joining me tonight for Travel Talk Tuesdays. I really appreciate it. Here lately, I just felt compelled to not only talk about, the different events that we host, but to also talk about some of the issues that just everyday issues that are going on and bring people on to talk about it. But at the end of the day, what I do want people to understand is that YOLLO was founded at a HBCU. YOLLO does and YOLLO caters to HBCU events. And that is one of the main reasons why the Alumni Getaway Cruise was created, is to create there are a lot of alumni cruises out there, but they are not there, in my opinion, from the research that I've done, there is, in those alumni cruises that are being done, they're done either on a regional level or by specific, schools. Like in Atlanta, they may target all those schools right there in that Atlanta area. And I wanted for YOLLO to be able to host schools from all over the country. That's why on the design you see where it has the MEAC, it has the CEAC, it has the SWAC, it has CIAA. A lot of people don't even realize that CIAA is even a conference, because the only reason they hear about it is because of the basketball tournament that happens every year. But I wanted to be able to get everybody from all those different universities and schools to come on one accord and have one hell of a time, one hell of a HBCU time on these cruises. And we've been able to accomplish that so far, and we're hoping to continue to build that. So please encourage all your friends. Don't just go book the cruise and then try to find us on the boat. Book the event itself. Because when we go, we travel. Say we get on the boat, nobody knows. Like today, I got on the shirt from this year. We don't get on the cruise with these shirts on. You come in, you're ready to close. By the second day, everybody who's on the boat knows about that YOLLO group. That's all I know is them guys from YOLLO, and they following our crowd wherever they are. Even when we got off the boat last year to go do our excursions, we just went and turned the whole damn resort out. That's what we do, So, but we want to encourage all HBCUs, regardless if you up north, down south, out west, out wherever. Come give the cruise a try. We're going to Jamaica. We've been going to Mexico for the past 3 years. The people who've been coming said we're tired of going to Jamaica, find a new one. So we're going to Jamaica this year. Next year, we're going to Dominican Republic. 2021 Alumni Getaway Cruise information going to be dropped in the next 2 weeks as well. So, again, thank y'all for coming on. Thank all the viewers who came on to listen to me rant at the beginning and then listen to us talk about some of these issues today. We're here every Tuesday from 7 until 7:30. Tonight, we started late because our technology decided it wanted to be funky with us, but we got it back together. Thank Z and Coach Knight for waiting on me and working with me, because it was a struggle there for a little bit. Thank y'all. As my pastor says, I hope your home has more peace, more love. And y'all have a good one. We'll see you next Tuesday. Y'all be blessed. Thank you.
All right. Bye.